So today our EC2 AWS EC2 services class. So in this class, we learn that what is EC2 and how it is used, how can we connect this machine to our local machine, and how can we deploy some data into it. So Amazon EC2 or the instance or like a virtual server. So Amazon EC2 is a service of Amazon. So it's a provide a scalable computing capacity in the AWS cloud, and EC2 is a service that's enable you to launch and manage Linux and Unix server and Windows server instance in Amazon data center. So we can launch our EC2 machines, Amazon EC2 machines in multiple different location, different availability zone. So it's having two storage options. One is EBS. EBS means elastic block storage. Elastic block storage is only accessible by the EC2 machines. And second is instance store. That means storage option for instance. Okay, if our EC2 machine is shut down, that means we don't have any data at the time of run machine. Okay, so and also, what is the use of EC2 instance? EC2 allow. Please mute your mic. So ECT also allow user to build application to automate scaling according to the changing need and peak period, and makes it simple to deploy virtual server and manage storage, lessen the need of investment in hardware. So basically, we use EC2 instance or the compute service EC2 for the web server, for application testing and deployment process. If I need to run a website, then I use uh, Amazon EC2 service, and it is easy to scale up and minimum downtime. So I can easily scale up and down. Okay, it is very fast, and we can launch it as per our requirement. That means if I want a 16 GB server, then I launch 16 GB. If I need 200 GB server, then I launch in within 2 or 3 minutes. So this is the use of EC2 instance. And types of EC2 instance, basically six type of instance. Instance means the virtual machine, the virtual server. EC2 instance means the virtual machine or the virtual server. Basically six type of instance in AWS EC2. So first is general purpose. That means balanced memory and balanced CPU. That means it's have only 1 or 2 GB memory and one core CPU and two core CPU. Compute optimized. That means more CPU than RAM. So its compute power is high. Memory optimized. That means for memory intensive workload. Storage optimized for high amount of fast SSD storage. That means its IO power is high. That means input or output power is high. Accelerated computing or the GPU. GPU means if a designer required that 16 GB graphic card or the other graphic card, so it's graphic optimized C, uh, C, uh, GPU. And sixth one is high memory optimized. That means high RAM and NVM Nitro system. So it's used for the high intensive workloads. Purchasing option for EC2 instance, that we can purchase on demand. That means it's have a fixed rate per hour. We can launch on every whenever we do a lab or the session. So we use on demand instance. It's fixed rate per hour. Okay, if a server is running or not running, don't matter, but we have to pay fixed rate per hour. Okay, Dedicated instance, that means run in a VPC for only a dedicated customer. Dedicated host, that means a physical server but the payment mode same as on demand instance. So on spot instance it is cheapest, and we got up to 90% discount, but risky because if prices our high price hikes from AWS, that means it's take on spot instance within 2 minutes. Schedule instance, we can get it for the cheaper, like we get 70% discount, but we need to use for one approx 1 year term. Reserve instance, the second cheapest instance, and majorly we have only three types of EC2 instance for purchasing option: on demand and spot and reserve. So some basic things about EC2. AMI is like a AMI is like your Windows file, Windows CD. Okay, AMI means the initial software that we will be on a instance when it launched. That means uh, like when you launch a Windows machine, so there is some inbuilt software into it. So AMI is a master template of a machine. And it's included all the things: the operating system and its configuration, the initial states of any patches or application or system software. EBS is a elastic block storage, provide persistent block storage for your instance. That means we can, if I delete my instance, I can persist my EBS block storage by using some option and again attach it to the different machine or different AMI. Public IP is a unique address on the internet, persist only while the instance is running and cannot be transferred to the another instance. That means public IP is a free IP from the AWS, provides for the connect EC2 instance. But when we release our or delete or terminate our instance, that means public IP is changed. Elastic IP is a paid service of AWS. You can also attach or deattach to one instance to another instance, and you can also save it for further. It is like your public IP, but it is elastic. You can save it and you can attach to one instance to another instance. Security group is a virtual firewall. That means it's allow or control your traffic, inbound and outbound traffic. Key pair key pair AWS EC2 uses public key cryptography to encrypt and decrypt login information. Public key cryptography use a public key to encrypt a piece of data and associated private key to decrypt the data. That means one key, there is two key and called key pair. One key have the Amazon and one which we download in the panel. So one we have and one have the AWS EC2. So if both keys are matched, then our EC2 instance is connected. So how to launch EC2 instance? How to create or launch EC2 instance? So let's go into the Google Chrome, dashboard, and so let's type on the Google AWS only, and first link. And on the, if you don't have account, so then please create from it here and verify your details from here. And for the console view, on the right corner, AWS Management Console. So I click here. This is my console dashboard, and this is my username shell. This is my regions. So I select it for the US West Oregon region, and all services provided by AWS is listed here. So we can use all as per our requirement. So we are going to use the AWS EC2. How to launch EC2? Okay. So this is our EC2 dashboard. That means a server is running. It's showing here or stopped here. So it's showing here, and this is I have some pre by default things. Okay. So let's launch an instance. Click on the instance first, and click on the launch instance as per document. Let's follow. Open the Amazon EC2 console. Choose launch instance. So here I need to launch instance, and there are some by default Amazon machine images. So if I need to launch Amazon Linux 2, then I use this one. If I need to launch Mac OS, then I use this, and there are lots of AMI images available. So I use right now Ubuntu 18.04 or the Ubuntu Server 20.04. So I used this, select AMI, and again I need to choose the instance type. That means what the memory size, what the CPU and the EBS volume. Okay. So I'm going to select the T2 micro here. Virtual CPU is 1 and also memory is 1 GB. So memory is 1 GB. Let's next and configure instance. So there is some by default data of instance. So if I need to launch into, if I need to launch the 2 or 3 instance into the auto scaling group, then I use same configuration, 2 or 3 instance launched. And here I can select the VPC. So we will see these things into the next session. How can we customize these things and how to secure our data? So I set it by default, and next for the add storage. So this is the root volume and device path. This is the snapshot ID. Snapshot is like a backup of your volume or your hard disk. So I set right now 8 GB. 8 GB is enough for my Linux machine. This is the volume type, GP2, SSD, or the magnetics. We will discuss in our EBS part. And IOPS, that means input output operations. That means I can give 100 input output at a time. And delete on termination, that means if I delete my instance, and if here is tick, that means if I delete my instance, that means my root volume is also deleted. If I untick this, that means if I delete my instance but my volume is persist in EBS. So I tick as by default. Next, for tags, you can add your tag here, that key value, that I am set name or test server. Next, configure security group. So this is my security group. I need to configure that. If I'm going to access the SSH, or here I can select any protocol which I need to connect. Okay. So by default, I set SSH. We will discuss in next. And the source means the uh, who can access this machine. So I set my IP. That means only I can access. And if I set 0.0.0.0, that means anyone can access this instance. A review free tier. Okay, close and launched. So here I need to generate a key pair. If already I have, then I used my existing key. I'm going to create a next key. That means I set double A key pair name double A KSHY. So download my key pair name. So I download my PEM file and launch instance. So my instance is ready for launch. Here you can check your instance state. So please wait for the status check, and instance stage it is right now in pending. So please wait for the ready. Refresh. You can refresh it here. So it's running state, and status check is initializing. That means status check means the hardware or the software is working fine, or the network is working fine. So it's an interview question. If a machine have 1/2 or 2/2, what it means. So we will discuss in upcoming videos. So please check. So this is the way to launch an instance. How to launch a EC2 instance. And second is how to connect your EC2 instance with your machine. So we have two options. First is SSH. SSH is used for the CLI based instance or the Linux based instance. So we can use this command to connect my machine. Okay. And RDP is mostly used for RDP is a protocol generated by the Microsoft, and its by default port is 3389. It should be opened in your security group, and you can take credential from the connect button in AWS. So we will see this option in next, that how can we take a RDP and take credential from the connect button. So today we are going to see only this SSH. So let's see how to connect. So this is my machine, and I have public IP. This is my public IP of my instance. Okay, so let's copy this public IP, and I'm going to open a terminal into my machine. So how can I connect? First, I need to go into the key file directory. I download it into the downloads. So first, go into the downloads. CD downloads, and here I am going to set the permission for my file. Sudo chmod 600 and my file name. So my permission is set. Now I am going to run command for access my server. So let's connect. SSH. SSH is a protocol used the full form is secure cell access, and the port number is 22. Port number 22 is open in security group -I, and the my PAM file name is AAKSHAY.pam, and need to give the username. So Ubuntu is a by default username of Ubuntu 20.04 or the 18 or any Ubuntu version. At the rate, and after that I need to put here the public IP. So let's go back to the panel. So my public IP is here. Copy this public IP and paste into the terminal. I paste it successfully and hit enter. Press yes. So my machine is right now connected. You can see my machine terminal is right now connected, and I am connected with my machine. Okay. So this is the way to connect, how to connect your machine to AWS EC2. And let's go back to the next. So next question is that how to delete an instance, and let's see how the RDPs work. Okay, so we also see the RDPs work, how the RDPs work. So I'm going to launch a Windows instance for the RDP. Select, and I'm going to choose the Windows machine. So I'm going to choose Windows 2016 base machine. Select, and virtual CPU, I set it for the default, everything set default. Add storage. Windows requirement is that Windows must have 30 GB. Minimum size of Windows is 30 GB. We can extend it here and click next. We can also give text that name and Windows Server. Next, and so the RDP port number is 3389. Next, and okay, close and launched. So I'm going to use the same key pair value, Akshay, and launched. Okay. So please wait, because the Windows machine takes 2 or 3 minutes to for ready. So please wait for the instance state ready, and
Yeah.
so our Windows server is state running, and let's wait for the status check. So let's refresh once again. It is still in initializing state. So let's press on the connect button, connect, and through RDP client, and I already have file. So click on the get password. I need to upload my key pair. So just upload it. This is my key pair value. So open and let's encrypt the password. Sorry, decrypt the password. So this is my password and this is my username. So let's connect it on my another machine. So this is my Windows machine, and I used this machine for connection. So I need to insert the public IP here. So my public IP is 18.237.91.22 and press on the connect. So the remote desktop cannot run on the computer. Let's check once again what's going on. Copy the password and paste into the notepad. And also, so let's check why it's not being connected. Click on the instance and it's running. Status check still passed and 2 by 2 passed. And let's check once again the security group, and this is my security group. Edit inbound rule. So I set it for 00. I set it anywhere. Save rules again. So let's back to the instance again. Instance is running and copy once again the public IP. Public IP, paste it into here. So connect, configure remote session, and it's asked me for the username and password. So I need to paste my administrator name, connect through RDP client, copy the administrator username and paste it here. And for the password, so get password and use the same process, upload my PEM file and open it and decrypt this key. So this is my password, paste into this machine, hit enter and press OK. So you can see my RDP connection is configured and securing remote session. So my machine is ready and the machine name is Microsoft Windows 2016 base server. So this is my machine. I launched into the AWS. This is my Windows machine. And it is going to be ready. So it's take time 2 or 3 minutes. But for the Linux machine is very fast and it is right now connected. So this is my Linux machine and using SSH I connected, and this is for the Windows. So Please wait for the installing. It's take time 2 or 3 minutes more, because of configuration and user groups and all that set. So my machine is ready right now. My machine is ready, and here, this side, I got some IP address and my machine name and also the details. So let's load the wallpaper of this machine. Please wait for the loading. It is still loading. So yes, and it is same as my laptop, same as my computer, and you can see the difference between this machine and this machine. This is my another laptop, Windows 10 laptop, and this is my remote desktop connection machine uh, from AWS. So and the we will discuss some more thing about this machine or the Linux machine in upcoming sessions. So let's move to the next topic, that how can I delete my machines from console. So this is my EC2 consoles, and this is my EC2 consoles and EC2 consoles. So first I need to stop these instance, stop instance, stop, and again I have to click on select this and stop. I can also using use terminate option for both machine. So I stop this machine and it's showing the shutdown. That's you can see when I choose option for the stop, it's showing the shutting down, and few time later it's is that no remote desktop connection is there. So let's terminate all the machines, terminate and click on the terminate. So as I so you can see your remote desktop service session is ended by me from console. So right now I am unable to connect this machine because my desktop connection is removed from the AWS, and also machine is deleted from the EC2 panel. So uh, it is listed here for 1 hour, and after 1 hour it is removed from here automatically. So this is our today's session, and let's meet into the next session. I already done this part and also done this part, how to delete an instance. If any query related to the EC2 or the any Amazon EC2, AWS, Azure, GCP, or any DevOps related, SysOps related, so you can ping me by this WhatsApp number, and my YouTube channel is Cloud Akshay, and you can also join our Telegram group by using this option t.me/Cloud Akshay. So you can also join by this t.me/Cloud Akshay, and also please do subscribe this channel. If you write on the Google that Cloud Akshay, that means all my links is here. You can subscribe this channel. Okay, so keep subscribing. We will meet in the next video, and thank you for watching. Thank you all. So let's end this meeting. Thank you all. I am going to end this meeting. Thank you.